beat up one of my girls. They tell me his name's Corey Bannister, and they tell me I can recognize him by a streak of yellow down his back.
I'm Bannister. And complaints.
Wild Wyoming Westerns. For the last century, westerns have been set in various places across the US. I have made videos on a couple already. Texas,
Rules? In a knife fight? No rules.
and Colorado.
We're heroes.
Well, I thought that you were dead.
Today, we will take a look at the great state of Wyoming, known for its rough and ready old frontier west style and way of life that still persists, the Wild West lifestyle. It has served as inspiration and location for many westerns throughout the decades. Here are 10 of these films, set, at least in part, in Wyoming. Note, this doesn't necessarily mean they were filmed in Wyoming. It was not unusual to use locations not in the state set. Studios especially used areas around California where locations were more accessible and economic to shoot in. I know I will get comments on this. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Like, share and subscribe. You know the drill. Let's get into it. Cheyenne, 1953. Director, George Stevens. Cheyenne writes into a conflict between cattleman Riker and settlers, like Joe Starrett's family. Cheyenne fights and beats Riker's thug, Chris. Riker even tries to offer him cash. Cheyenne and Starrett go against the whole Riker gang. Riker sends for killer, gunman, Wilson. Cheyenne must take out all the guns from the valley. Starring Alan Ladd, Jean Arthur and Van Heflin. The film is noted for its landscape cinematography, editing, performances, and contributions to the genre. Its Oscar-winning cinematography was by Loyal Greeks. Filming locations, Grand Tetons National Park, Wyoming, USA.
We don't mind my cutting through your place.
No, I guess not.
Heading north. Didn't expect to find any fences around here. Hello, boy.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, 1969. Director, George Roy Hill. In 1890s Wyoming, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid lead a band of outlaws. When a train robbery goes wrong, they find themselves on the run, with a posse hard on their heels. Stars Paul Newman, Robert Redford, and Catherine Ross.
Well, that ought to do it.
Think there's enough dynamite there, Butch?
Most of this is true, and all of it blazes with action. You've never met a pair like Butch and Sundance.
Well, we're back in business, boys and girls.
Outlaws with style, in a class all their own.
You know, when I was a kid, I always thought I was going to grow up to be a hero.
Don't tell me how to rob a bank. I know how to rob a bank.
And anything you ask of me, I'll do. Except one thing.
Is bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head.
What are you doing? Stealing your woman? Take her.
Boy, you're a romantic bastard, I'll give you that.
Then, Mr. E.H. Harriman of the Union Pacific put the top lawmen in the West on their trail.
They're very good!
If he'd just pay me what he's spending to make me stop robbing him, I'd stop robbing.
They were outlaws, running out of time and out of space, and a changing world was closing in on them. From the Olivia.
Bolivia.
Well, he'll feel a lot better after he's robbed a couple of banks.
I'll jump first.
Then you jump first.
No, I said.
What's the matter with
Unforgiven, 1992. In 1880, in Big Whiskey, Wyoming, a cowboy named Quick Mike slashes prostitute Delilah Fitzgerald's face with a knife, permanently disfiguring her after she laughs at his small penis. As punishment, Sheriff Little Big Daggett orders Mike and his associate, who was with him at the brothel, Davy Bunting, to turn over several of their horses to Delilah's employer, Skinny Dubois, for his loss of revenue. Outraged, the prostitutes offer a $1,000 bounty for the cowboys' deaths. Retired Old West gunslinger Will Money reluctantly takes on one last job to avenge an injustice, with the help of his old partner and a newer outlaw known simply as the Schofield Kid. Director Clint Eastwood. Stars Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, and Morgan Freeman.
$1,000 reward, Will. Nobody's gonna come.
So you still have that Spencer rifle, huh?
Yeah. He's my partner. He don't go, I don't go.
What's it come to 3 ways?
Killing that don't mean I'm gonna go back to being the way I was.
Are you really gonna kill them cowboys?
Assassins. Or men of low character. Bombers.
Bloody savages! Assassins!
Oh, I guess they have it coming.
We all have it coming, kid.
Some legends will never be forgotten. Some wrongs can never be forgiven.
Any man don't want to get killed. Better clear on out the back.
The Hateful Eight, 2015. Director Quentin Tarantino. In the dead of a Wyoming winter, a bounty hunter and his prisoner find shelter in a cabin currently inhabited by a collection of nefarious characters. According to writer and director Quentin Tarantino, his two primary cinematic influences on the film were The Thing, 1982, and Reservoir Dogs, 1992. Even though Tarantino wrote and directed the latter film, it remained an influence on his later work. Stars Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell, and Jennifer Jason Leigh.
I ain't too anxious to be handing out rides.
Real trusting fella, huh?
Not so much. Ain't no way I'm spending a couple of nights under a roof with somebody I don't know who they are. Hear this. I'm taking this woman to hang. Reward's $10,000. That money's mine, boys.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Hold on! You think I'm in cahoots with that fella or her?
That's my problem, boy. I don't know. One of them fellas will kill everybody in here. Now we're talking.
Let's slow it down. Let's slow it way down.
When you get to hell, tell them Daisy sent you.
You gon' die now!
No one said this job's supposed to be easy.
Nobody said it's supposed to be that hard, neither.
Cheyenne Social Club, 1970. Director Gene Kelly. In 1867, John O'Hanlon and Harley Sullivan were aging cowboys working on open cattle ranches in Texas. John receives a letter from an attorney in Cheyenne, Wyoming, stating his brother, DJ, left him the Cheyenne Social Club in his will. Once the pair arrive in Cheyenne, John visits DJ's lawyer and discovers the club is a high-class brothel separated from the busy part of town by the railroad tracks. Stars James Stewart, Henry Fonda, and Shirley Jones.
John O'Hanlon, we are so happy to have you here.
Pauline, 2 rings.
So nice to make your acquaintance, Johnny.
Harley, you don't suppose you don't think this is a whole... You don't believe it, do you? Well, Pauline,
I wondered how long it was going to take you.
I beg pardon?
Cheyenne's gotta be the friendliest town in the West.
You don't care what you step on, do you, Harley?
Did you ever in your whole life see anything like it?
But no matter how good the service, there were always complaints.
What do you want, O'Hanlon? The man that beat up one of my... One of my girls. They tell me his name's Corey Bannister, and they tell me I can recognize him by a streak of yellow down his back.
I'm Bannister.
And complaints.
Hey, O'Hanlon! Come on out! We're gonna have us a party! I'm sorry, I don't like crowds!
If one of us can get inside, we've got him.
Not you, Harley!
It's me, John. You all right?
Just fine! Harley, why are you with me?
John, I've rode with you for 10 years now.
Here you've been with me for 10 years, and I don't even know why.
How come?
Spencer's Mountain, 1963. Director Delmer Daves. As the patriarch of a large growing family that resides in the Grand Teton Mountains in Wyoming during the early 1960s, dirt-poor sawmill worker Clay Spencer is fiercely independent yet dedicated to his family. He navigates issues of religion and education to eke out a brighter future for his offspring. The movie, although set in Wyoming, is an inspiration for the long-running television series The Waltons, set in the eastern US in Appalachian, Allegheny and Blue Ridge mountain chain and the upper southern Shenandoah Valley of Western Virginia. Shot in Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Stars Henry Fonda, Maureen O'Hara and James MacArthur.
Spencer's Mountain. That's something mighty big, too. But growing up with 8 brothers and sisters and 8 tall uncles, he's used to life busting out big. His dad set him an example.
Daddy, thank Mama! Daddy, respect me if you go down fucking my...
You shouldn't have come up here. You could fall through and break your neck.
Martha, go back!
Up on the mountain! Pop's been hurt. I'm going for help.
I'll go right up.
Cheyenne Autumn, 1964. Director John Ford. A western that tells the fictional story of a factual event, the Northern Cheyenne Exodus of 1878 to 79. The last western directed by John Ford, who proclaimed it an elegy for the Native Americans who had been abused by the US government and misrepresented in numerous of his own films. The Cheyenne, tired of broken US government promises, head for their ancestral lands, but a sympathetic cavalry officer is tasked to bring them back to their reservation. Filmed at Fort Laramie National Historic Site, Fort Laramie, Wyoming, portrayed the actual military installation. Stars James Stewart, Richard Whitmark, Carol Baker, and Carl Malden.
Give me the bottle again. One side.
For a small band of Cheyenne, shunted to a barren reservation in Oklahoma Territory, these are the heroes of this epic story.
You know I came here to carry out a task. I can't leave now.
Bunking in this schoolhouse won't help.
It will show them that I'm on their side.
Not unless...
Get the guns out! All right, the wagon, sir! Get the guns! Move! Yes, sir! Come on, move it! Come on. Get him out of there! Let's go! I told you to cover that flank! I'm sorry, sir. From now on, you don't scratch till I itch.
Filmed in Technicolor with giant Super Panavision supporting cast of thousands.
The Virginian, 1946. Director, Stuart Gilmore. In 1885, Molly Wood left the dull security of Vermont to be a schoolteacher in frontier Wyoming. On arrival, she is frightened by a spooked steer and is rescued by the Virginian, only to discover the mild animal is a little girl's pet. She takes a strong dislike to the cowboy. He, on the other hand, is smitten with her. When Trampus voices scurrilous speculation as to why she came west, the Virginian forces him at gunpoint to take it back. Stars Joel McRae, Brian Donlevy, and Sonny Tufts.
I'd give my right eye if this hadn't happened. If I hadn't got started off on the wrong foot.
Started off?
This is only the beginning between you and me. It seemed to bed him down tonight.
Maybe a storm coming up.
Maybe.
All right, get going.
Heaven's Gate, 1980. Director, Michael Cimino. During the Johnson County War in 1890 Wyoming, a sheriff born into wealth does his best to protect immigrant farmers from rich cattle interests. Cimino and his friends searched through 20,000 miles of land for scenery for the film. Principal photography began in 1979 in Glacier National Park, east of Kalispell, Montana, with the majority of the town scenes filmed in the Two Medicine area, north of the village of East Glacier Park. Stars Chris Christopherson, Christopher Walken, and John Hurt. My Friend Flicker, 1943. Director, Harold D. Schuster. A western about a young boy, played by Roddy McDowell, who is given a young horse to raise. Wyoming ranchers Rob and Nell McLaughlin somewhat reluctantly decide to give their 10-year-old son, Ken, a chance to raise a horse and learn about responsibility. They choose a 1-year-old chestnut Mustang filly and names her Flicker, which ranch hand Gus informs him is a Swedish word for girl. Stars Roddy McDowell, Preston Foster, and Rita Johnson. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.